Welcome to another low-tech video from Bowser's Fortress. Set my camera up. I should probably upgrade my camera, upgrade my video editor, and make these a little more pleasant to the eye. But right now, they suffice for what I'm doing. I appreciate you guys that are tuning in. Please check out HVAC Bill, neighbor of mine, a great neighbor. He's got good videos on troubleshooting your AC or your heating unit, and also motocross. Check him out. Also, Bred at 9mm USA, Reed Hendricks, 10th Amendment Center, and probably a few more out there I'm forgetting at the moment. Anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off on my last video, doing a shoot card. If you're low on time, ammunition, money, you don't have a lot of any of those things, so you need to maximize your use of time in training at the range. And these are some drills that I recommend doing that are best for your time, you know, and an effort. And we kind of broke it down into a couple of drills. You're going to start off close up to your target, 3 yards and in, firing from retention, a hammer pair. Then we're going to do a failure to stop, right hand and left hand only. That's 3 rounds of pop, so that's 8 rounds altogether here at this distance, close contact. Then we move back to between 7 and 15 yards and do a build drill, which is 5 shots as quickly as you can work that trigger accurately, and then a headshot from the draw at that same distance. That gives you about 14 rounds. I think it's a good little shoot card if you're low on time, money, ammunition, all of those things. There's no doubt that there is a huge absence of training options for people who choose to carry a defensive revolver. And man, I always get a laugh out of people saying, "Oh, revolvers, that's a antiquated piece. Why the hell would you carry that?" Oh, yeah, that's more of a range toy. That's more of a, I don't know, a safe queen, something you show off when people are around. You know, maybe you train people how to shoot on a revolver. That's all nonsense, okay? Even the people that just came out with the new Colt Python are marketing it as such a gun. Colt Python was made for combat. And all of these guns right here, even says it on the Model 66 very appropriately. This is a combat magnum. This weapon is trusted for that awful moment, that nightmare that I hope nobody in my class ever has to face. That nightmare where you have to defend yourself with deadly force to protect you or a loved one from an imminent threat. That's combat. That is life or death. That is facing that moment of truth right now, imminent. So I don't take any of this stuff lightly. I certainly don't want my students to. So I impress upon them the gravity of this undertaking in my classes. That personal combat may have evolved in technology, but it's the same as it's ever been since Cain and Abel. So we need to be prepared for it. Right, Rocky? Rocky knows what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Rocky, touch that stick. All right, guys, so we're going to do this drill real quick with the Model 66, and I like doing revolver videos because there is a lack of training options out there for those folks that want to carry these. And I don't recommend a revolver for a beginner. A lot of people pick up a snub nose for their wife or girlfriend. I was one of them years and years and years ago. That's a bad choice, man. Snub nose revolver is an expert's gun. This is an expert's gun. A Glock 19, it's hard to miss with a Glock. It's hard to miss with a striker fired semi-automatic. So if you're new to shooting, pick up a semi-auto. You're gonna shoot better with it. If you're thinking there's a helicopter going overhead, so you probably won't hear me here. But long story short, as an instructor, these are experts' guns. I don't recommend them for beginners. I think that they take a little bit more discipline YouTubers also that say all guns should be Glocks and all Glocks should be 9mm, and if you don't carry what I carry, you're a punk ass. All right, that's ridiculous. Everybody's got different size hands, different personal preferences, and I just realized we're 5 minutes into the video, I haven't shot around yet, so let's go ahead and do that. From concealment, we're gonna go ahead from the 3-yard line, model 66, from retention. Once again, as I draw, I move my feet, I sweep my cover garment, support hand stays on my chest, acquire a final firing grip, clear the holster as soon as possible, and this is the moment we begin to fight with our gun. So the quicker we can get to here, the better off we're gonna be. That's why I don't like behind the back carry necessarily. Anything on your waistband from your hips forward I think is a better spot, but to each his own. So here we go. This is gonna be firing a hammer pair from retention. I'm using magnums here today, and we'll see how we do. I like to start as if this guy's jumping me from behind, okay? So here we go, from retention. And if we have to turn, we certainly don't want to turn this way so he can grab our gun. If we're gonna turn and face a threat that's behind us, we want to protect that weapon as we're turning. So I'm gonna take a step here, I'm gonna pivot, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fire, boom, 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 boom. So that way you can kind of see. All right, here we go. Hammer pair from concealment. Stop. All right, there we go, pop, pop. Okay, now I need 3 rounds for this next drill, shouldn't be a problem. We're gonna go ahead and top the gun off with that speed strip. I'm gonna go ahead and open the cylinder up, pop that extractor rod up. Sometimes they are sticking out. In this case, they're not. Pluck them out. I'm gonna strip off 2, and that way I am topped off. Usually let that thing drop. If we have time, retain it. Okay, this time, failure to stop. 2 to the chest, 1 to the cranial cavity here at 3 yards. Trying to fix this camera. All right, there we go. From concealment, 3-yard line again. And this time maybe I'll just start right here. Okay, there we go. Everything's in there. Good headshot. You want to fire those 2 hammer pair, those 2 rounds from here, and then extend out. I like to put a 45-degree angle on that weapon. Helps with recoil management. Okay. We're gonna top this gun off real quick. Why not, right? If you got time. So I've got 4 rounds here, and this is gonna be 3 rounds, left hand only, failure to stop, okay? You gotta practice that left hand emergency draw. If you're going to carry appendix, you almost might be putting yourself in an arm bar to get that out. I like to carry more at a 4 o'clock. That way I can come around on it. But if you're gonna carry appendix, you have to practice this as quickly as you can. There's nothing pretty about it. It may look like a monkey having a meaningful relationship with a football the first couple times you try it. So you sweep, all right? Acquire that grip as quickly as you can. And like I said, this is an awkward position to be in, especially for those of us who've had shoulder injuries before. But we're gonna go ahead and as quickly as we can, clear that holster, firing from retention, and extend out. As long as you keep your finger off the trigger throughout this process, you're not gonna have an issue. So here we go. Keep that other hand on your head. All right, there it is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rounds altogether so far. And now we're gonna back up to the 7-yard line. Actually, probably more like the 15. All right, so here we are, about 15 yards away. We're gonna finish out this shoot card with a single headshot from the draw and a 5-round bill drill, okay? Between those 2, you gotta incorporate a speed reload so you get that practice as well. So what I'm gonna do here is that single headshot from the draw. Now, a lot of people, a lot of revolver shooters don't like a hammer on their gun. Okay, for good reason, I suppose. You know, you don't think you're gonna ever use a single action, double action only. I shoot double action 90% of the time when I'm training. However, I like to have a hammer. All right, why not? Why take that option away? If I have the time to get that crisp single action shot, let's say if I have to take a shot at distance, precision, I want that option. Why not? Okay, and if you use it, you can train to thumb cock from the draw. Okay, so from right here, I come up, I sweep, and I can either thumb cock with my firing hand, or I can thumb cock as my hands come together here in a high retention, and my weak thumb cocks that gun. All right, so we're gonna do that first headshot from the draw. You need to hit this in less than, let's say, less than a second and a half. Okay, so here we go. From the draw, headshot. Speed reload, stress fire, keep it in your workspace. Head up, eyes up. All right. Okay. Once again, practice those speed reloads all the time. Get snap caps if you don't have time to come out to the range. And what we're doing here, once again, I'll demonstrate it so you guys can see, because that's one frustrating thing I constantly see from instructors all over the place that need to teach revolver to people. They're not doing it the right way. 2 techniques, FBI technique. Each one, I'm opening that cylinder, grasping the cylinder with my weak hand, thumb, and index finger, middle finger. Okay, I'm using the extractor rod and my thumb here, weak hand, and with one good flick of the extractor rod, all the casings come out as this is reaching for the speed reload. Notice where the barrel is. It's pointed to the sky, boom. Then I come over, fingers ahead of bullet noses. I'm gonna guide that in just by the feel. I don't even have to look, all right, because my fingers are feeling the flues. All right, that goes into place. Notice where the barrel is, it's pointed down. Gravity again being used. Here it is in my workspace, or you could do it at belt level. I like to keep it up higher though, okay? That's just me. All right, then either twist the knob or in a safari land, which I prefer, push the whole body and you're good. Close it, let the speed loader drop. Don't even touch it again, all right? Stress fire technique. This is what I prefer most of the time. I'm done firing. Grasp it again, weak hand. See that? Through the frame. Barrel to the sky. One time, my palm's open. Boom. Hit that extractor rod. Everything comes out once. That's it. Boom. Everything comes out. Then again, barrel to the deck. Fingers ahead of bolt noses. Feel it. Drop it in. All right. Click. And let that speed loader drop. It needs to be practiced over and over and over again, because there are some fine motor skills involved here. And fine motor skills are lost at 115 beats per minute in a fight, all right? Or they can be. So we need to have this down muscle memory if we're going to commit ourselves to this weapon system. That's why it is an expert's gun, all right? One reason, I think, along with the double action pull. All right, so here we go. I'm recharged. We're gonna do that 5-shot bill drill to finish this out here at 15 yards. So we're a little bit further away than I'd like to be, but that's okay. So here we go. I'm gonna take that step as we draw, and as quickly as we can, a cyclic rate of fire. And this drill, Tooler drill, is based off of the scientific fact that a man can reach you in about 1.5 seconds from 7 yards. Now I'm further away than that right now, but you need to shoot fast. It's a part time of usually about 3 seconds. So here we go. 5 shots. Focus on that front sight, let it go. Stop. All right, and that's when I would reload the gun if I had a speed reload. I actually fired 6 there. So instead of a 14-round drill, it has been a 15-round drill. Model 66, fastly becoming one of my favorite carry guns. K-frame, factory grips on there. This thing gets hot. Man, it is hot right now. Double action is kind of tough, but you know what? We got to practice with it, train with it. This is a -8. Let's take a look at our target. Okay, we got all of them on there. It's not the prettiest group I've ever seen. I got my 3 headshots on there, all within the circle, 1, 2, 3. Down here, I'm hitting this guy right in the belly button area. On my qualifications, I certainly won't count a shot to the AK or even a shot to the hand. But they're all on paper and they're all on the body. So, yeah, and you know what? You got to practice. You got to train with what is comparable to what you're going to carry. Those are Magnum rounds. The recoil is stiff. That's the way you need to train. If I came out here and did that with 38s, well, shit, I'm going to have a really tight group. But I'm not really doing myself any favors because that sort of round isn't going to be what I carry. Although, to be honest with you, the best carry round for a K-frame, I think, is the 125 grain green and white box 38 special plus P. Very, very good round. Excellent for carry. And that is very manageable recoil as well. All right, let me see where Rocky's at. Okay, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys later.